We've all been exposed recently to the media coverage around family separation and children being taken from their mothers and fathers and held. Found that horrendous, the idea of it as a mother and a grandmother, how the child might feel and the mother and father feel not knowing where their child was. I began to think about how the separation issue could be worked through in a tapestry. The issues around the Mexican border and family separation was playing heavily on my mind. And one day I just saw this image in the media of a woman carrying her 2-year-old son, may have been 3, and her little daughter walking beside her. And I made a quick sketch of it. So I began to play around with that image and those shapes, and I just enlarged it up then to figure out what kind of features I would give each of the family members. Then I had this big white space over here, so I decided to add a third figure, a child being torn apart from his parents and hands on this side, which led me to this part of the design. So now I have the family and the child and the hands. I decided to actually rip the family apart by tearing the design in half. Because the family were being ripped apart, I wanted that to be a really strong feature in my design. So that rip then became a very important part of the design for me. In the weaving, I have decided to weave it in red with an unfinished line, not a straight edge, but a more kind of up and down crooked edge to give the ripped effect. Within that rip then, I'm going to keep the warp, which is the central part of the weaving, intact. So the warp will be exposed and shown as part of the finished tapestry, which will give me opportunities to show the tapestry in different ways, depending on the location where it will be hung. It could be hung in a straight line beside one another, or one tapestry higher than the other, or maybe in a corner. The second challenge I guess I faced really was how to make the family look like a global unit, that it could represent any race at any time in history. And then thirdly, I really enjoyed making a decision about what kind of shoes to put on the little boy who's being carried in his mother's arms.